Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive.
Always ready to dive in.
Today we're tackling something pretty major. I mean, who hasn't laid awake at night wondering what's my purpose?
Oh, yeah, that's a question for the ages.
Right. Well, lucky for us, we have the path to purpose, finding what fuels your soul to guide us. And get this, they say we can use stories to help figure this whole purpose thing out.
Stories, huh? Interesting.
I know, right? I mean, it sounds a little out there, but also kind of cool.
Yeah.
So what do you think about using stories to, like, unravel something as complex as purpose?
It might actually make a lot of sense when you think about it. Stories, they kind of grab you. They get you feeling things.
Yeah, they definitely have that power.
Exactly. And when you're exploring something like purpose, which is super personal, those feelings, those emotional connections can be like really important.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
Plus, think about it. Stories have been around forever. They're how we as humans have always made sense of the world.
That's true. They teach us lessons, show us different perspectives.
Right. So using stories to understand purpose, it's like tapping into this ancient wisdom almost.
I like that ancient wisdom leading us to our modern day purpose.
Exactly.
So in the text, there's this woman who had all the high-paying corporate gig, the fancy stuff, but she was miserable, felt totally unfulfilled, like she was living someone else's life, not her own.
Ugh, sounds rough.
It was. But then she found her way back to something she loved as a kid, painting. And everything changed. She took a giant leap, quit the soul-sucking job, and now she runs her own art studio.
Wow, good for her. What a story.
It really is. So what do you think this woman's experience tells us about finding purpose?
Well, it screams self-actualization, right?
Self-actualizations.
Yeah, it's a big psych word, but basically it means becoming the best, truest version of yourself. Like you figure out what really matters to you, your values, your talents, all that, and then you go after it.
Okay, so in her case, she was good at the corporate thing, but it wasn't what she truly valued, right?
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't feeding her soul, but painting. That's where she found her spark.
I can totally see that. It's
Yeah.
like she had to reconnect with a part of herself she'd pushed aside for like way too long.
Yeah.
It wasn't just about a job change. It was way deeper than that.
Absolutely. It was about aligning her actions with her authentic self.
Okay, so that's pretty inspiring,
Yeah.
but let's be real. Not all of us have these like dramatic aha moments where our purpose hits us over the head.
Oh, for sure. And that's where it gets even more interesting, I think.
How so?
Because purpose isn't always about these huge, life-altering shifts. Sometimes it's about the little things, the everyday stuff.
Everyday stuff.
Yep. Think about it. Are you doing things that bring you joy? Are you making a difference, even in a small way? These things might seem tiny, but they can add up to a lot of meaning.
So like volunteering at the local animal shelter or even just like finally starting that pottery class I've been thinking about forever.
Exactly. It's about finding those things that make you feel truly alive, like you're part of something bigger.
That makes a lot of sense. So it sounds like purpose isn't limited to just our careers.
Nope, not at all. It can be woven into, well, pretty much every part of your life, relationships, hobbies, how you interact with your community.
So being a super involved parent or like rocking out in a band, those could be expressions of purpose too.
Absolutely. It's all about finding what lights you up and makes you feel connected to something beyond just yourself.
You know, this reminds me of something I've heard about ikigai. It's Japanese and it means reason for being. Have you ever come across that?
Oh yeah, Ikigai is a great concept. It's like this Venn diagram where you find the sweet spot between what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and get this, what you can get paid for.
Wow, that's like the ultimate purpose equation.
It is, and it's cool because it makes you think about both your own passions and how you can contribute to the world.
I'm starting to think this purpose thing is more like a journey than a destination. We don't just find it and then we're done, right?
Yeah.
It's something we keep working on.
100%. Purpose can and probably will change as you change. What lights your fire at 20 might be totally different at 40.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The key is to stay curious, try new things, and be open to letting your purpose evolve.
So it's less about finding the one true purpose and more about constantly looking for that sweet spot where our actions match up with what gives our lives meaning.
Well said.
This has been a really thought-provoking deep dive. I feel like I'm starting to see purpose in a new light.
Me too.
And I love the idea that stories, both our own and those of others, can help guide us on this journey.
They absolutely can. What stories have really stuck with you? The ones that have made you feel truly alive? What experiences have brought you joy or a sense of fulfillment? Those are the whispers of your purpose, just waiting to be heard.
What a great thought to leave us with. Thanks for another awesome deep dive. We'll see you all next time.